We're at Metro Honda, and I was invited out here to do a party for the Type R, do some walk-arounds, meet some fans, check things out, have a burger. What I didn't know is they were supposed to have one Type R here. Now they have 2 Type Rs here. So we have Championship White, and we have Crystal Black Metallic, Crystal Black Pearl, and they are epically awesome. If you guys have not seen the Type R yet in person, let me walk you around and show you some cool things. Come on, we'll start under the hood since the hood is already open. 2-liter turbo, 306 horsepower, 295 foot-pounds of torque, made into a 6-speed manual transmission only. You guys heard it right. In the Type Rs, you can only get 1 transmission, 6-speed, 3 pedals. This is the only way Type Rs have been. All Type Rs are gonna have the red badging that distinguishes the Type R, and this is the very first Type R. This is the very first Civic Type R the North American or America has ever gotten before. We had an Integra Type R before, back in the early 2000s, late 99s, early 2000s, but this is the very first Civic Type R we've ever had, and Honda gave us the best. This is the best Type R I have ever driven. I've driven 8 of them total. This is by far the best one. This is why. It's part of its aero. All of this aero is functional. So this whole bottom lip is functional. This winglet on the side actually channels air, and what that air is going to do is it's going to push this vehicle down to the ground to keep it planted. These here vent the air that goes around for the brakes. It also allows the air to go in through here, out around the vehicle to keep the aerodynamics down, and again to keep this car planted to the ground. Of course, it's a touring edition, so it's going to get the LED headlights, LED high beams, and LED daytime running lights. Aluminum hood. Here's a little tip. If you guys buy a Type R or have a friend that has a Type R, make sure when they shut the hood, because it's aluminum, to save weight, they want to shut it from about this high. They don't want to just shut it and push on it, you might dent it. You want to shut it from about here. That's how you shut the Type R hood. Functional air scoop. I'll take another bite of that if you don't want to hold it anymore.
I'll just go inside.
Go inside, toss it. I'll grab another one. Or put it on the side, I'll grab it. I don't want to waste food. Starving people places. Okay, so this hood scoop is functional. What this hood scoop does, it actually allows all the heat from inside that engine to escape. And then if you guys saw inside, there were those 2 metal runners. Those are to take the water and evaporate the water out to the sides. Come on, there's so much more. In fact, I have the keys to the crystal black one. So let's look at that one, shall we? Come on. They're both the same. They're both the same exact car. Brembo 4 pistons up front with drilled rotors, 20-inch rims, and these tires are not only expensive, not only grippy, but they're good for about 10 to 12,000 miles. So if you're gonna buy a Type R, you might want to think about investing in a rubber company or maybe in different rims. We talked about that, right? Someone was here earlier, the guy that owns this car might put some smaller rims on there, a little different ride, and then he can save these for the track, which I think is a great idea. Coming around to the side, some things that make Hondas Hondas. These mirrors fold forward and backward like in all Hondas. So, right, so if someone comes a little closer to it and they accidentally bang your Type R, it'll fold and won't do any damage. No damage. One of my favorite features, especially for super hot days like today, if you go ahead and press the unlock button once, you press it again and hold it, watch what's gonna happen. All these windows are gonna go down, allowing all the hot air to escape. I can feel it right now, it's weird.
Before you get inside.
Before you get in the car, right? It makes total sense.
Cook yourself.
And you're gonna cook, and then you get inside. And if you want to keep the key in your pocket, you can always just grab the door handle, the doors will open up, you can enter in. There's also a setting in the Hondas that aren't in most other cars. There's a setting where normally in most cars you grab the door handle and only the driver's door opens. In the Hondas, you can set it up for the driver's door or all the doors. It's pretty unique. Come around the side here. A lot of people are talking about the spoiler, right? So they want to know why this spoiler is so huge.
I know that. I was thinking.
You want to know that, right? He wants to know why it's so huge.
For the air.
For the air.
For the air.
So what happens, these up here are made to disrupt the air, to mix it up. When they disrupt the air will come across.
Underneath.
It'll come up, it'll come on the top, it'll push it down. Now you know, see?
Just.
So it'll totally disrupt that air, and then it'll push the air, keeping the car planted to the ground. It is a hatchback, so you'd expect a lot of room in the back, and there's room for my Type R bag, of course. What Honda Pro wouldn't have a Type R bag, right? You have to have it. You got a Type R shirt, Type R bag. This is kind of cool too. Check this out. So that retracts so you can get things in there. Also, when this is shut, it keeps your items hidden. But if you want, let's say, because I'm right-handed, so this is perfect for me. But if I was left-handed, you know what I'd do? I'd move this over the other side. And now I can pull this across and cover it that way. It's cool, right? Plenty of room back here. Also, a lot of people don't know this piece is removable. So this piece actually pops out. Take this out, you pop this out, and then you can set this piece in here, allowing some more glass if you want some more visual. LEDs in the back to match the front. LED third brake light. Still has the Honda H in the back. So, what am I missing? Am I missing anything in the back? Does anything stand out that might be weird or strange or not normal? The tips, right? Why are there 3 exhaust tips? I've never seen a car with 3 exhaust tips. Let me explain. So, I need to sit down anyway. This is much more comfortable. So these are just your normal exhaust tips. This middle one, what happened with the old version, the old Type R that was not in America, is there was a booming sound on the highway. So the Honda engineers figured if they put a resonator in the center, it would get rid of that booming sound. So it doesn't increase horsepower, but does help with the sound on the highway. You guys want to see the inside? Yes. I know. Everyone wants to see the inside. Let me brush my body off here to make sure I'm all clean. Because these cars, the reason why people are going crazy over these cars is because they're very rare. Honda has not announced how many they're going to bring to the United States, but if I had heard some rumors, possibly it would be right around the 2,700 mark. Don't tell anyone I said that, totally unofficial. But there's going to be about 2,700 of these made for the United States. There's over 1,100 dealerships. So that's not a lot per dealership, and people are going mad crazy for these. It's the outside for sure. It's the engine, it's the performance, it's also the inside. Come check this out. Just like the red H's, the interior is all done with red suede, red steering wheel, red stitching, red piping all the way around the dash with this carbon fiber look. Everything is marked with Type R. And you guys can see, I'm going to jump in the other side and show you something really cool here. This is the only car that actually has a number plate badge in the Honda lineup. So this one is number 1249. And what's interesting about that number is there's only one 1249 in the world. So these badges are given where the cars are built in Swindon in the UK. And they give one badge per car in the world. So you go to Japan, there won't be another one. They just give it to you sequentially. To make sure the car is comfortable to drive and ready for the track, 3 different drive modes. There's a comfort mode, a sport mode, which is the default, and a plus R mode. Let's go start it up. That's cool. Let me borrow this for a second here. Let me turn this off. Let me turn this off. Okay. So I'm going to turn this into a plus R mode so you guys can see it. Everything turns red and you go into plus R mode. And there's sport mode and then comfort mode. Comfort mode is actually really comfortable to drive for long distances. Haven't used it a whole lot because, well, I have a Type R for the reason of being a Type R. So this is a touring edition, which means it's going to have the touchscreen, it's going to have your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and everything is completely customizable. So if you're not going to use info, you just press and hold it. You move it over to another page, and it just disappears. So everything's customizable, just like the regular Civics. It does have automatic climate control, and I was not lying, there is no sunroof in this car at all. And only 2 seats in the back, 2 seats in the front. And one of my favorite features, check this out. Red seat belts. Unlike other manufacturers that might charge you $800 to $900, this is included in the price, which is outstandingly awesome. I'm the Honda Pro, and from Metro Honda, Now you're in the know.